Hey everybody, welcome back to Champ Sons and our Madden 21 Houston Texans franchise series as we will be taking on the New England Patriots in this one. Now, once again, I do have to add a disclaimer is you will probably hear chopping in the background. That is my wife, she's making homemade tamales this weekend, so gonna be hearing some chopping of the meat going on. But let's get back into it. As you did see, Deshaun Watson was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week with his multiple touchdown passes and yardage in that latest victory that we did have. So we are taking a look right now at the possibility of bringing back Titus Howard. Now, if you notice, his chance of re-injury was on up there, so I did say let's just start the backup tackle. Was it Charlie Heck? And that's kind of my theory on that is if the chance of re-injury is say medium to high, I at that point it's only the one game, right? So most likely you've already been playing with him without him for a game. So that's why I went ahead and started the backup. So now we're taking a look at re-signings, and we have a young, good tight end here. He hasn't had much of an opportunity this season since he is still number 3 on the depth chart. He is tied with the others, so come the end of this season, this back half, I may end up moving him into at least a more predominant role. Can't guarantee you, but that's what I'm thinking of. He's probably going to be the future of our tight end right now, depending on what we get in the draft. And looking at our left outside linebacker, Jacob Martin. I did re-sign him, even though he's only a 73 overall because, well, he's only 25, right? He's got time to develop, and as much as we do play a 3-4, we're going up against so many different passing formations that he doesn't get the most playing time in the world, so that's why he hasn't earned a whole lot of development during this season. But it's something that we can build upon. He's a solid outside linebacker. You know, he's not special in many ways, but he gets the job done whenever the play does go his way. So taking a look at our scouting for the upcoming draft, I've kind of hit up all the, main points I wanted to look at. So now I'm just checking out some of the first round talent that we have. Sticking with the defense, Alex Ford as a right outside linebacker, but definitely potential to move him over to the left side. I do skip our safeties because we got a good set of safeties with Dominique Thompson and his name, Reed. It's not Ed Reed, I know that. I think it's Reed, Field, something like that. Our free safety spot, so that's why. And don't panic if you look over and you see our right tackles graded at a D. That's only because we have our backup starting. Titus Howard brings us at least to the C or C plus realm. So it's one of these things that I am going to also be looking at bringing in an additional lineman for depth. So that's why I started scouting some of those as we kind of go along, just to add depth to our chart. That's all we really need is our depth chart on that one. So here we go. We're about to jump into it here against the New England Patriots in primetime football now, as we will start out this game with the ball. And our first play from the scrimmage is going to be an interception, and Will Fuller misses a tackle. And so Randall Cobb gets him as he crosses the end zone. You've got to be kidding me. That was an amazing play. I thought we had that route. Apparently we did not. So now, one play into the game, 15 seconds, we are trailing 7-0, and we're forcing ourselves to be in a comeback position. We did this a whole lot last year, and we could not come back from it. This year, we've avoided a lot of that. We've been down a couple times, but for the most part, we've had the lead in these games, or at least a one-possession game, and so that's where we need to keep this. It's just maintaining one possession on this one. And on the next play, we hit Randall Cobb, who's going to make a man miss on the slant pattern and get all the way down to the 46-yard line for a big gain for us on that one. And so now with the 1st and 10 after that long gain by Cobb, we're going to hand it off to Junior, who's going to get up the middle and get up about a good 4 yards, 5 yards as that gives us a 2nd and 5 here on what is now our second drive of this first quarter. Now Watson's going to be under center as we have QT and Cobb to our right, Fuller to our left, and we're going to pass it to Cobb coming on. Was that QT? Yeah, that's QT coming on the drag route right there. That's not really going to get us anything. He had to come back to catch it, so we will actually lose a yard, unfortunately, on that. And so now we do have a big 3rd and 6 that we're going to take from the shotgun, the 3 to our left. And we're going to start trying to roll it out to the right. And we do make the pass barely, but we actually are able to come up and get it as Randall Cobb makes a big play for us as he gets that first down. Now a little later in the drive, we're at about the 14-yard line here in the red zone with a 1st and 10. Watson's going to be in the shotgun. As we get the snap off, Watson rolls out to his right. We don't really have anywhere to go, so we just throw it away instead of taking the sack. If this was last season, I probably would have tried something and would have resulted in an interception. Or if this was the first drive, I would have gotten the interception right then. So it's best to just throw it away, live to fight another down. Now with the 2nd and 10, they bring the pressure on us, but we get the pass off to QT, and he makes a great catch as he was covered tightly by Gilmore on that one. And QT stepping up big for us, coming in one of our primetime receiver spots off to our right side. And that now sets us up with the 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. As we're going to send our tight end in motion, hand it off to Junior right up the gut. He will power his way in. Touchdown, Houston. Touchdown, Junior. As this game is going to be tied at 7 apiece here in Houston. That was a big play for us. That was a big drive. Now New England will take over possession of the ball with technically their first drive of the game, as this game is tied at 7-7. And you will notice at quarterback, there is no Cam Newton there. This year it is Phillip Rivers, who was with Indy last season. They now have Jameis Winston. And so Rivers becoming a journeyman on his way to New England, as he will take over possession with the 1st and 10 after that run. And they do run it again with Sony Michel, who's become their primetime back. Last week with a touchdown and 73 yards. He's got 5 TDs and about 430 yards on the season, as that will now bring up a 2nd and 7 for New England. And we need to have a big stop here. So 2nd and 7, Rivers is going to go under center as he will drop back. We get some pressure. We are able to bring him down. We get the sack. Our rookie Bushrod with the big sack on that one, as that brings us to 3rd and 13, pushing them further back into their own side of the field, giving us a 3rd and long, allowing us to be a little bit more conservative yet aggressive. Conservative yet aggressive. It's an oxymoron. But on that one, zone blitz, we will get the sack. Whitney Merciless powering through, making people miss on the line, getting past them and bringing Rivers down for the sack, causing a punt. And now we will take over here at the 45-yard line as we run the screen pass. We actually have some decent blocking. Nothing great. That's about pretty dang good for Madden 21 this year. You know, screen pass blocking's never been outstanding in the last couple Maddens, but this year it is normally atrocious. So it's a positive sign to see that happening. Very positive. Now 2nd and 1 from just past midfield, as Watson's going to roll out to his right. We have a foot race to that 1st down marker, and we will get there. And so now a little bit later in the drive, we are at the 20-yard line in the red zone again with a 3rd and 11. Watson's going to drop back. They will bring the pressure, and we will find QT coming left to right as he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Touchdown, Texans. As that was a beautiful pass from Watson to QT, as we now have the lead 14-7 here as we approach the end of this first quarter. Now, New England will be taking over. We got a lot of pressure on Rivers in that first drive. Need to continue to make that happen. But Rivers will dump it off to their tight end for a gain of 2 yards, bringing up a 2nd and 8. And this has become the story of our season. You know, whenever it requires a lot of coverage, we're doing really good with that. But as soon as we got some more pressure on him on that one, got interrupted there. Zach Cunningham coming in with the big sack bringing down another 3rd and long on that one. And that's what I'm talking about. We had the coverage, and that allowed us to get the pressure on him with that zone blitz. And previous years, we haven't got the coverage. So even whenever we do get another sack on that one, 3rd and 17, Bushrod comes in for a 2nd sack of the day, as they will have to punt it away. But as I was saying, our defensive coverage has gotten better, allowing us to get these sacks. It's just one of those things that has definitely improved and been a major difference maker for us this season. You know, from the defensive side of it. Well, and that helps out our offense too, because we're actually able to keep teams from scoring, so we're not getting in all these shootout battles. As we will end up having to throw the ball away on that one to bring up a 2nd and 10. And on the 2nd and 10, we'll run it off to the left with Junior, as we're just not able to get any yards on that one. New England's defense in this season is playing stiff. You know, they're not great, but they are really good, and they're playing the right way so far against us in this one, taking away some of those short, quick routes. Now, we've made the plays like that pass to QT, the slant route to Cobb, but it's something that still has us set up in a position that it's going to make our offensive play style a little bit more difficult coming around. As we roll out to the right with Watson, he gets a pass off to Junior, who's actually going to make the catch. That's going to get us a 1st down. But did you notice they were on our keister real quick on that one? And that's something we need to get Watson in space and not have him be so pressured. Now with a 3rd and 8, Watson rolls to our left, and I see, we're going to fumble it. As we do get him down, Watson with the turnover. Once again, that is not how you want to start it. I did see Fells coming on the drag, but I just saw it too late to where I could not get rid of it. And Watson is going to fumble, and that will turn this ball over, giving New England the chance to come back and tie it as they get it to Edelman, and he is being shifty. That is some shiftiness from the little fella as he gets a big gain on that pass and gets New England all the way down to the 27-yard line, giving them a 1st and 10. Phillip Rivers has been perfect on the day so far. Whenever he's gotten a pass, been able to throw it, he gets the pass off, and he's able to actually get it completed. And one thing to notice, a lot of these are shorter passes. The one to Edelman did break it big, and that's kind of been New England's motto. Just get the ball out quick and let a man make someone miss. Get out into some open space, break a tackle, just like they did on that slant pattern, as that one gets them down to the 12. But that's what I'm talking about. These quick passes, the quick, shorter passes have killed us this year. Last year is kind of some of the longer passes. This year, it's the quick, short ones. So we definitely need to look at shoring that stuff up as we go into the offseason and the draft. And so now on a 1st and 10 from the 12, they will once again dump that one down as he will get it completed for a gain of about 6 yards as they get all the way to the 6-yard line and have a 2nd and 4. Now Rivers is going to be in the shotgun as he hands it off to Michelle, who gets hit by Cunningham, but man, he takes Cunningham for a ride all the way down to the 2-yard line, as that will bring up a 1st and goal for New England. Now this time Rivers is going to go under center, still with multiple wide receivers in, and he sends a man in motion. We get off our block and we hit Michelle, but we just couldn't wrap him up as he will fall into the end zone. And this game is now tied at 14 here early on in the 2nd quarter. Now as we start our next drive with the 1st and 10, we're going to run a little bit of play action, and New England was not fooled on that one. We still try to get the pass off, unable to get it completed to Cobb on that. So now we have ourselves a 2nd and 10. This time we are going to hand the ball out, and our guard just could not get to that 2nd level. If he could get up to the 2nd level, I think we'd be able to break a lot more runs off. But it seems like we're just having to delay ourselves so much, we're not quite able to get them. So now we have ourselves a 3rd and 9. 3rd and long situations are not what we like. We run it with Watson, and he will get hammered down, unable to pick up the 1st down, as that causes us to punt the ball away and give it back to New England. So they will take over at the 31-yard line with the 1st and 10. They try to run it up the middle, but Benardrick McKinney and Zach Cunningham team up to stop Michelle on that play, as we now have ourselves a 2nd and 9 from the 32-yard line, trying to get more pressure on Rivers, because that was pretty successful for us in the first quarter. And we were just unable to on that one, and Rivers starts picking us apart. If you look, he is 6 for 6 on the day for 60 yards and no interceptions. And previously in this season, we've been getting interceptions. We've got the turnovers. We've got the defensive stops, the knockdown. And just need to make sure to try to do that in this one. But they have a big hole open on the right. McKinney's going to cause a fumble. He lays into Sony Michel, lays the lumber to him. Mr. Lumberjack McKinney. As you see, Michelle fumbles it, and we will be able to recover that one. Levi Wallace. Once again, another big play by our free agent signing we had in the last offseason, as we will take over with a 1st and 10 coming at the 42-yard line. And we're going to roll to the right with Watson. He's going to throw it up. It will get deflected. That was a dangerous throw. You know, we're on a 4-game win streak right now, so I do feel pretty confident, but, man, some throws like that are getting kind of risky. They're going to bring some heavy pressure, but we are able to get the pass off to Cobb, who makes a man miss and gets all the way down to the 30-yard line on that big gain. And look at Watson now, as he has us all the way down to the 12-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 12. A little bit of play action, roll to the right, dump it off to Fells, who gets tackled at the 8. Inside the red zone, inside the 10, with a 2nd and 7. As we're kind of letting the clock go down, wanting to make sure not to get a turnover. That is our primary focus here. Take the lead is what we need. So on 2nd and 7, Watson's going to throw it, and they're going to jump that pass as they do get the interception. And that's, the exact opposite. I just said we didn't need to do that. And we make a stupid throw. I figured he would have followed the receiver. However, he did not. He stayed for the one coming into his area, and he picked it off pretty easily. Well, now we got past our man. Ross Blacklock powers past the guard. But Michelle just makes a move and makes a miss and gets a couple yards on that play. So it is now 2nd and 8 from the 11 after the turnover by Watson. Rivers is going to take the snap. He's going to get back. We bring pressure, but look at that. Safe, easy patterns that are quick to throw as he gets that one off for another 4 yards. Bringing up 3rd and very manageable at 3rd and 4. Now Rivers will be in the shotgun all by himself. He's got 5 wide, so we bring just a little bit of pressure, but he dumps it to his tight end. And McKinney was all over him and brings him down, but he still makes the catch. And that's one thing I've noticed with our defense this season is on a lot of these pass plays, guys have missed tackles, but we've been in position to at least make the tackle more often than not. And so that's definitely a positive sign, but we just need to get a little bit quicker on our feet and our reactions so we can start knocking some of those balls away. And once again, Edelman, he gets that pass off. Edelman is becoming a big target for Rivers in this game. He started to tear us apart pretty quick, and Edelman is going to get another one. And I think that's kind of on me. I have Max Forbes, our rookie, started to play more often, and he's playing out of the slot, which, unfortunately, they play Edelman out of the slot. And so it's going to be pretty hard for him to kind of adjust to that type of receiver with the abilities that Edelman does have. And now with just under a minute to go, New England is driving. They have gone almost the length of the field on us after that interception, which technically he got from about the 1 yard line and ran it to like the 9. So this would be a whole field drive if we don't prevent them from scoring. And he will drop it off, and this time Forbes will bring him down. After only a gain of 3, Rivers to Edelman is becoming annoying real quick. I'll tell you that much. And on 2nd and 7, there's under 40 seconds left in this half. Needing to be careful. Cannot let them get a touchdown. And we just cannot generate pressure as Rivers gets it, the pass off all the way down to the 1, bringing up 3rd and inches. And on the next play, what does he do? He hits Edelman. And Reed does tackle him, but in the end zone, and he does not drop it. So that will take us to halftime, as we are trailing in this one 21-14. And you see, other than the turnovers that the one we gave, the couple that we've given away, that's the difference in this game. It's the turnovers right there. It's 21-14. They've gotten 2 touchdowns off of 2 turnovers by Deshaun Watson. So we're going to have to shore a lot of that stuff up as we go. Now, taking a look at some of the scores from around the league, Minnesota, 4-5, put the hammer down on the Giants at 28-17 defeat, as both teams are at 4-5 on the season, actually. Now a big old Monday night contest, a little bit more exciting than the most recent Sunday night game between the Cowboys and the Eagles, you'd hope, as that will happen. Dallas at Philly, Monday Night Football. So let's get back into it here at the second half. New England will start out with the ball and the lead, as we need to make some plays on defense. And Bernardrick McKinney gets the stop. Once again, real quick, Edelman makes the catch, and right as he makes it, our man is there to bring him down to the ground. Now Rivers is going to be under a heavy kind of set with 3 tight ends, or 2 tight ends to his left. They're actually going to pass it, and who do they get? Edelman. You got to be kidding me. As that gets them all the way down to the 48-yard line. This is starting to annoy me significantly. It's just seeming like I'm not sure how to stop him. I want to shift around my cornerbacks and put, the best of the best. But Michel's going to fumble again. And we do recover it. We are able to recover it. Charles Omenihu jumps on the ball. And that is the best way we found so far this game to stop New England, is get them to turn it over back to us, as we are going to have a chance to get this game tied up with this extra possession. And now Junior gets hit hard, but he does not let go. He's able to hold on to it, unlike Sony Michel for New England. So Junior gets a 6-yard gain on that rush to start us out here in the second half, as we have a 2nd and 4 from the halfway mark of the field. And on that one, we get the pass off to Fuller. He's going to get some speed. He's just not able to make the last man miss, but he does get us all the way down to the 19-yard line with a big gain by Will Fuller. We've been kind of missing him some on this one, but we are able to connect that pass, and it pays off for us. So now with a 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line inside the red zone, Deshaun Watson's going to be in the shotgun. And we're going to take the snap, kind of drift to our left, and we will find Cobb coming across right to left, as we will get the pass to him, and he gets brought down at the 3-yard line, as we have ourselves a goal-to-go situation. 9 feet stands between us and a tied ball game. So now 1st and goal. We're going to go heavy set on this one, as we do have DJ returning back in this game, as we run the ball with him, and it did not go pretty on that one. DJ gets a loss of 6 yards. Could not catch the edge, just did not have the blocking available. And we will now attempt a 2nd and goal from 9 yards out this time, instead of just 3. As we're going to be in the shotgun for this play, and Watson, he's going to run it up the middle. We get some good blocking from our receivers. Cobb and QT cleared the way for us, as Deshaun Watson will score a touchdown on his feet, and we now have a tied ball game once again here in the 3rd quarter. So on the ensuing drive by New England, they'll hand the ball off to Sony Michel on the first play. And a little glitchiness happening, little glitchiness. But it still picks up 4 yards, so now they have a 2nd and 6. And Rivers, once again in the shotgun, is kind of changing the plays up, keeping Edelman in the slot, you'll notice. And Rivers drops back, and he will find his tight end coming across the field, as Reed is able to finally bring him down. But it is too late, as they gain a 1st down at the 34-yard line. Now this time Rivers is going to be in the shotgun, as we're going to try to bring some more pressure. And we get the ball to Michel's. This time Ross Blacklock lays the wood to him, and he does hold on this go-around, as we now have ourselves a 2nd and 11 from the 33, needing to make more big plays like that by our line and our linebackers to kind of maintain ourselves in this one. So on the next play, he gets it off to his tight end for a big gain. We're right there to stop him. Rivers is 21 for 21. 21 straight completions for 195 yards on the day, as that will bring up a 3rd and 3 with under 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. Rivers will change up the play on this, and he's going to get the snap from the shotgun as he will dump it off to his tight end, Zach Cunningham. I tried to go for the interception. I just missed it, so they do get that pass completed. And we will now find them down to the 20-yard line at this point, inside the red zone, as they get it to their tight end again, as he was able to get that pass all the way down to the 2-yard line, giving them a 1st and goal situation, as Rivers is 26 for 26 on the day. Now 1st and goal from the 2, just about 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Rivers is going to have 2 tight ends to his left as he gets the snap. We just can't get around our man, and he dumps it off to his tight end who's just sitting there. Bernard McKinney could not get around to knock it down. So they will now take the lead 28 to 21. So our attempt to come back, we get a quick pass on that one. Watson from the shotgun read the play, saw QT would be open. As soon as he got the ball, we unleashed it to him, getting ourselves a big game all the way to the 43-yard line, as we now have ourselves another 1st and 10. Watson's going to be in the shotgun. We're going 4 wide this time with Junior in the backfield, as we will run it to him, just not able to hit the hole as cleanly as I was wanting, and that seems to be a problem more. I don't know if it's something within the game or what it is, but he's just not hitting the holes cleanly. It's like always getting pulled towards a defensive tackle. And he didn't seem to be doing that a couple games ago, at least. So we do try to run the ball again, as we now have a 3rd and 7 from the 45. Still down by a touchdown with 3 minutes to go in this third quarter. Watson's going to be in the shotgun as we have 3 to our right and Fuller to our left, as we get the pass off. And that one's going to be caught. Randall Cobb is able to come down with it, giving us a big 1st down all the way to the 45-yard line. And now a little later in this drive, we are now in the red zone at about the 16. Watson's going to take that snap and dump it off to Junior coming across the field, as that will bring up 2nd and 4 from the 10. Trailing by 7, needing a touchdown, we find ourselves here in the fourth quarter at the 10-yard line. Watson's going to get the snap, and we'll find Fuller over the middle as he fights his way into the end zone. And that touchdown is going to get us tied now with New England. 28-28, 13 and a half minutes to go in this game. It's getting serious. They will hand it off to Michelle, and Pushrod just missed on that one. I thought we had him in the backfield, and we just went right by him. Sony Michelle picks up 4 yards, bringing them to a 2nd and 6 from the 29-yard line. So 2nd and 6. Rivers is going to be in the shotgun, and once again, line of 3 to his left with Edelman in a slot position, and they just dump it off to a tight end. We had the coverage. We're just not making the plays. I don't know what's going on with our defense right now. We are right there most of the time. Man, see, right on top of him, just could not knock it away. And that 1st and 10 for New England from the 37. Rivers will get the pass. We finally cause an incompletion because we get pressure on him. Rivers is now 28 for 29 on the evening. 28 straight passes until we got that one knocked out of his hand as we were tackling him. And that did fall incomplete with a 2nd and 10. But the very next pass, he finds his receiver. We try to put some good hits on him, and he just bounces off of us and gets all the way down to the 34. And a little bit later in the drive, we find him with a 3rd and 14 now from the 37 after a sack, as Rivers is maintaining a good pocket presence and dumps it off to Edelman. But we are going to be right there to make the tackle. Max Forbes playing pretty decent. playing as I would expect a rookie to play against someone with Edelman's talent. That does force New England to punt it, as we will take over the ball and we toss it off to Cobb on the drag route, as we do get a few yards, and I probably should have run it. I feel like this game I've gotten away from running it with Watson, and that's kind of always been a weapon for us, is our quarterback's mobility. Just haven't been able to do it. And anytime I do roll out, the downside is they're right on our heels. Watson's not going to get away, and I can't risk another fumble. So that one does run out of bounds and bring up a 3rd and 9 from the 35-yard line. Now Watson's in the shotgun, going with 2 to the left, QT to the right. As we get the snap, Watson scans the field and makes a throw to Fuller, as that ball will be knocked away from him. And we have to punt it. And New England takes over at the 20-yard line after that punt with a 3-point lead. The score here in Houston is still 31-28 into the 4th quarter. We go with 9 minutes remaining. Now on that pass, as you can see, Rivers hits Michelle, and we will blast him into the turf. And if you saw that little graphic, we have the #1 defense in the league when it comes to points scored, and they have just been shredding us. As there's another quick pass to stupid Edelman. I hate you. Hate you, hate you, hate you. Now Rivers all the way down to the 26-yard line, as they've been just hammering it down our throats. Gets the pass off to Edelman, who's going to get hard, but he will not let go of that ball. As you can see, we're just at about the 5-minute mark, needing to get a big stop or a turnover. So I do change our stripping the football to the more aggressive style, hoping we can get something pulled away from them. And on 2nd and 6, they'll run it with Michelle, and he will take Zach Cunningham for a ride all the way down to the 16. So that's a brand new set of downs for him. This is, I hate to say it, seems like typical New England football, really. At least whenever they had Brady. Just unstoppable. And now they will run it, as there was nowhere for Sony Michel to go on that one. Our defense stepped up big and brought him to the turf after that loss. Or actually only a gain of 1 yard, not a loss. I was hoping it would be a loss. God dang it. All right, 2nd and 9. Rivers under center, takes the snap, and finds a wide open tight end, and we blast him again. We're hitting them hard. They may be beating us right now by 3, but my goodness, they will fear us by the end of this night. So 1st and goal, 3 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Rivers drops back, finds Michelle, and we once again blast him with Cunningham. And this time, Michelle does hold on, as they get it 2-1 and brings up 2nd and goal. Now they're going to go a little bit heavy set. Michelle in the backfield, 3 tight ends. As he makes a move in the backfield and then makes our linebacker miss. As we are now trailing by 10, just over 2 minutes to go. But this is not an impossible thing to overcome. We still have 3 timeouts. We just got to be smart with it, and we just got to complete those passes. Watson missed that one. That is completely on us, not on Cobb. That was just a miserable attempt at a pass. Now we're going to actually run it with Watson, as we do get a big gain all the way to the 44-yard line, a new set of downs. But this will tick away to the 2-minute warning. I didn't want to use a timeout before. Now that I think about it, I probably could have, because I'm going to have to use them anyways. So at least I could have got an extra timeout, more or less. So, oh well. Tomato, potato. That's just how it goes. Hindsight is always 20/20, as they say. So now with a 1st and 10, under 2 minutes, Watson's going to find PT coming across on the drag route, just unable to complete that pass, as we will have ourselves a 2nd and 10 now from the 44-yard line, trailing by 10, needing to get a score quickly. So now Watson gets to the snap, and he'll drop back, and we have a little step with Fuller as he comes down. Oh my goodness, Cobb's unable to come down with it. I thought we could have gone up to get it. He just could not hold on as we came down, and probably came down out of bounds too. So now 3rd and 10 as we do actually get a pass to get completed, finding Cobb coming across on that one, but that will bring up 4th and 2, as that was only a gain of 8 yards. So now on 4th and 2. Big play of the game right here. 1.5 minutes to go. Needing something big to happen. We're going to roll our white with Watson, as we will get out of bounds after gaining enough yards for the first down. As we are down to the 41, the clock is stopped. 1:17 to go. 77 seconds remain for us to score 10 points. Now Watson's going to get the snap, roll out to our left. We actually have some space to run with it, and we're going to go forward. We do not slide, which is a dangerous maneuver, a risky maneuver. And thankfully, we do not fumble the ball. So we have 1 minute, basically 1 minute to go in this game. Now we're at the 27. 27 yards away from pay dirt, needing to get something big. We find QT coming over the middles. We are able to get that pass completed and get us down to the 14-yard line. Now with under a minute remaining. Watson's going to drop back. Oh, we get the pass, but it's going to be a flag that looked like pass interference, and it was. That was pass interference. So the clock will stop, and we still have 2 timeouts. Okay, so if I can get a quick score, and then I don't know how I'm going to deal with the kickoff. I'll figure that out later. So 1st and goal. Watson's going to roll out to our right, as we have nobody there, and just run out of bounds with it. I probably should have just thrown that one away. But, you know, figure going from the 7 gives us a little bit extra space to work with. So 2nd and goal from the 7. A little bit extra space to get some wide receivers moving along with their tight ends. Now Watson's going to see a little lane as we make a run for it, and we're going to fumble it. Watson's going to fumble at the 2-yard line, and New England will take over possession. And that is how this one will end in front of our home crowd. A humiliating defeat to Phillip Rivers and the New England Patriots. We just could not stop them. You know, could not stop them, and had way too many turnovers. Way too many. We cannot make those types of mistakes and expect to win games. Did you see we had 4 turnovers compared to the 2 that we were able to take away, losing by 10. So, yeah, we're going to have to regroup for our next game against Jacksonville coming up. And while we get some of these player upgrades in, I do just want to remind you, if you have not subscribed already, hit that subscribe button for us. And if you did like today's video, hit that little thumbs up button, because it really does help out our channel, and we do all greatly appreciate it. And I do want to thank you for joining us and enjoying the Champ and Sons content. And stay tuned for more videos with Madden, more of our FIFA series. And like I said, one of the Sons, Mean Dean as we call him, is getting ready to start ramping up some, what is that car game where they play soccer? Rocket League. Yeah, get ready to play some Rocket League. We're going to get a new series going with that one as well. So we are going to go ahead and advance to the next week. I just want to thank y'all for joining us once again, and I will see y'all in the next episode. So as always, everybody, stay safe, and, well, y'all know how it goes. Later, y'all.